What's the deal? It's your folks, Shaka the Urban Philosopher. I wanted to share my thoughts with y'all real quick. So yeah, I came up on a clip by Young Dolph's wife, and I wanted to speak on it. This clip was actually made before uh, her husband, the late Young Dolph, passed away, but it's relevant for the times today. And one of the reasons why I want to speak on this is because although I see it in certain pockets, I don't think that, you know what I'm saying, the message that we can actually learn and evolve from is really being shared enough. All right. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play the clip and then I'm going to come back and respond. Let's go.
Okay, hey y'all. I decided to get on today. It's been a minute just because my emotions and just my thoughts have just been obviously just so all over the place. Just a lot of different emotions from everything that I've experienced. And like I've been trying to make sense of so much, right? I've been trying to make sense of like just where we are in the times, like in terms of like everything just seeming so hateful, like from police brutality to like non-black on white crimes. But then like I had to face a tragedy within my own like household, or not household, but my family dynamic. And we experienced black on black crime. And for me, that was like something else. It's like we getting all of this hate from all over, from all of these different areas. And then we give that same hate to our own people within our own community, right? And it's just so messed up because it's like I'm seeing these protests going on as I'm mourning and grieving my brother's loss, and I'm just like, man, like we shouting loud. We're fighting hard for our voices to be heard, for non-black people to respect us and to realize and acknowledge that Black Lives Matter, because I do believe I'm black. I do believe Black Lives Matter. But I'm like, what about to our fellow black peers and just our community? Like, why don't we treat our lives like we matter amongst one another?
Okay. So I wanted to stop there, y'all. And as y'all see in here, she's speaking like she is really trying to figure this out. And I want to start off by saying this. Now, this is not any disrespect. This is just a general statement. You know what I'm saying? But black men, we have to stop taking this stance that we are as clueless to what's going on as our women and communities who choose to stand behind us. And I'm going to make a video about this, but black men, we got to learn how to start having more better next level conversations with our women, man. One thing that I've noticed a lot on Clubhouse and just from Instagram to YouTube, whatever, from couples with millions of followers to just normal women who kind of show up and is doing well in life, they're taken care of. They got the clothes, they got this, they got that. But when you hear their substance, it's clear that they just not laced on a lot. And a lot of this starts with the man. If you have a woman that is your wife, serious relationship, maybe this woman is a part of a community or something like that, and y'all have a culture or whatever, it is a bad look on the man when a woman is outside of that community asking for the majority of her questions. Okay? The woman should be getting, in my opinion, 85 to 90% of the answers that she might have within her community. Okay? All right? And if they don't have it, the community needs to be working to kind of ensure that we can answer these questions. But I want to just say that first and foremost. But y'all heard her thoughts. And I want to speak on this question and get my perspective and my answer on it. Like I told y'all, this channel here is targeted towards the modern community. Okay, modern people. Okay, that's the times that we're living in. These are the people that we are. Just like the people that a lot of these guys want us to revert back to, they were once the modern people in comparison to the people before them. But with us specifically, we find ourselves having to dismiss most of the teachings and things like that of yesterday because clearly it has failed us. Okay, most of it's all bedrock for real. Okay, for example, with this situation, and while I'm speaking on it today, y'all, maybe we should take a different approach to this. And I had spoke about this on the first Dolph video. Like, think about this, y'all. You know, all other groups, right? I think we can agree. All other groups, they have ignorant, lower class groups of people. No different than us. Alright? But what is the difference though? Alright? I'm gonna tell you, in my opinion, the difference is that they deal with their lower class a lot differently than we do. Okay? We don't pay attention to that. You know, we are probably the only group of people who feel we have to reach back the most incautious way to be considered stand-up representations to the great majority of our community or of our collective community. Okay? Or we are the only people that care about that. Okay? But I'll tell you this, y'all. You'll never hear much about a successful so-called white man, right, being slain in a trailer park community because he is not there. Even when you talk about trailer parks, you know what I'm saying? They came up with that term, okay, for that class of people. I'm not saying that that's right, but that just lets you know that they can draw the line, okay, without any guilt. And the reason why they don't have any guilt because they know that if they did or they pandered like we did, they'll start seeing situations like we are seeing here. Okay? But that is the only reason that so-called white man does not fall victim, okay, to the same hate and envy that's just alive among their people, okay, as it is among ours. Okay, it's the same thing. The only difference is how we deal with them. Okay, we try to make it seem like it's something else. See, this is another case where we want everything but the people making the bad decisions to change. Okay, the hood is there for a reason. Okay, there will always be bad and good. That is just the paradigm we are living in. But oftentimes we make the mistake of trying to merge it. That's what that is. All right. That's more or less on the 3D thing, but that's where a lot of the chaos goes in. We don't respect the game for what it is. And this comes down to then the personnel, because based on what you value in life, including the respect that you have for yourself, it will determine the decisions that you make. Okay. You know, none of us is perfect, right? That's a given, y'all. None of us is perfect. But the bad decisions that we make, okay, they can't be to our detriment, okay? And that oftentimes means that we can make bad decisions, but you gotta be leveling up, making bad decisions on different levels, okay? All right. And oftentimes the more when you're making bad decisions on different levels as you go up, these bad decisions are making you better because you're learning from the bad decisions. If that makes any sense to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like right now, they are showing this brother with his kids and all that. It seems like in most of his private life, he was a good parent. You know, they're presenting him as a family man. They're showing him up front being a man that was smiling and things like that. But see, this is after he's gone. That's one of the problems too as well. And so-called black men got to pay attention to that. We are way too valuable dead than we are alive. It's been reversed. And we got to change that, man. We got to start investing in our brand. This is the reason why I address all this weak stuff. Because when we're being like this on the planet, okay, we're going to be seen as more valuable dead than alive. And that's cool in all aspects of life, including being weak with how we deal with the woman, being simps. Okay, a whole other story though. But apparently, y'all, the persona that he was running with, that that he ran with, okay, while he was living, you know what I'm saying, was more important to the point that that's what was put up front primarily about this guy. To keep this type of persona alive, just like in normal life, he found himself dealing with other sectors, oftentimes with lower tiers and different mindsets of the so-called black community, and it cost him his life. You know, and I think that we should be speaking more in the realm of that area so that we can learn and evolve from it. See, what's going on now, we don't evolve. We go in the same circle. You know, these conversations has been said several times before, like I think I said in the beginning, whether it's a celebrity or maybe it was a brother just in the community, you know what I'm saying, that was local, that was a very prominent, you know what I'm saying, figure around the area. But like I said before, y'all, every person in place, and we got to remember this, cannot have access to you, depending on who you are and your status in life. And notice I stated who you are as well, okay? Because it starts in the mind, y'all. You could be ground zero in the hood, and still your mindset and effort can find you disassociating yourself from the norm, which is chaos in the community, okay? And so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, y'all. I want y'all to go ahead and comment below. Go ahead and like this information, all right? But definitely hit that sub button because I'm gonna drop something that you're gonna like, all right? Anyway, y'all, this is your folks, Shaka, the Urban Philosopher. I'm out. It's 300.